If you want your base to be the BatCave, we're going to take a look at that right now. Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. One question that some of you guys ask from time to time is how can I have the BatCave as a base? Or sometimes you'll see some of my videos and you wonder how I was able to get the BatCave as a base. So we're going to take a look at that right now. Although I will show you two options to be able to recreate a nice looking BatCave. But basically, what you have to do in order to have the BatCave, you have to go to the marketplace. Obviously, if you are a legendary player, you can accumulate your loyalty points and purchase what I'm going to show you from the loyalty vendor. But if you are not a legendary player, sadly, your option is you have no other option but to go to the marketplace and purchase the following items. The first thing you need to purchase is the cave lair. It's 10 bucks, $9 if you are a subscriber. And this is the lair that you're going to see in this video right now. And also there's a few base item packs. There's a few base item packs like the Bat Computer. So you can see you get a whole bunch of Bat Computers, keyboards and stuff like that. And there's the BatCave Trophy and More pack, which gives you the Batmobile, the mini Batwing, the T-Rex statue, the giant penny, and all that good stuff. There are other items also that you can get in the game. I will show them to you as we see them. But basically, if you want to be able to recreate the BatCave, you have to purchase the cave lair, and then you have to purchase the Batman base items from the marketplace. It's pretty much that simple. And once you do, I'll show you a bit what you got. Sadly, there are some items like the poster right here. That poster comes from the Batman vs Superman movie. Sadly, it's no longer available in the game. It was available for roughly 1 month on the marketplace. This is something you can get, I forget which DLC, it's something we can get in one DLC. It's a DLC that happens in Wayne Manor. And of course, this is one of the base items that you can purchase from the marketplace. So when you purchase the base item, the Batman base item pack, this is one of the computers that you're going to get. Again, another Batman vs Superman poster. There's this little Batman statue. Sadly, it was a gift that we got some time ago. Right now, the only way you can get this little statue is from the broker. The same with the big statues here. The Bat Signal is something you can get from the Earth 3 DLC. So just play the Earth 3 DLC, and you should be eventually be lucky enough to be able to get this Bat Signal. Here's the Batmobile that you can get from the pack from the marketplace. And the same with the Blast, I forget what's the name, Blast door or Blast something. This is the Batcave door, obviously, also from the marketplace. This is a poster we got in the brand new Metal Part 1 DLC. The Rebirth poster is a gift we got quite some time ago. Sadly, I don't think it's available right now, although I think you can still purchase it from the broker from time to time. So you can see you can recreate, oh yeah, almost forgot the most important part. For the teleporter, you have no choice, you have to buy it from the marketplace. That's the only place where you can get the teleporter. So let us continue. So here you can see the big T-Rex base item that you can get in one of the packs. Sadly, the base here is a little small. I will show you an alternative in just a minute about a base you can use where you can showcase the T-Rex properly. But if you get the BatCave, if you get the cave lair, this is pretty much the less bad option you have to be able to position the T-Rex within the base. And there's the Joker card statue, also from the marketplace. Here you can see a whole bunch of the Bat Computers that also come from the marketplace. Oh, another Batman vs Superman poster, because why not? Let's go upstairs. I'm still in the process of decorating this base, so it's not exactly it. Most of those base items, they come from various DLCs. The posters, sadly, were a gift that yeah, you could probably purchase some of them from the broker, but that's the only place where you can find them right now. I forget where the quarter comes from. The penny comes from the marketplace, the bundle in the marketplace. Again, some more Bat Computer. The Bat window is from the bundles on the marketplace. Pretty awesome window. I should probably purchase a few more. So let's go back down. So you can see a few. There's the awesome bat signal over there, or bat symbol, I should say. Also from the marketplace. And let's go deep. Oh, there. These windows come from the Rebirth Emblem DLC. Oh, and there's the mini Batwing right there on top. I'm sure some of you guys thought that maybe the Batwing that's following me was the mini Batwing. Nah, not at all. The mini Batwing that you can see behind me, that one comes from the Gotham City Starter Pack. So let us continue. So here you see a few more Bat computers, and that's pretty much it. Those are pretty much base items that come from various places in the game. Here you can see the Spartan target that you get in the cave lair, in case you decide to purchase the cave lair. So you can see a little bat-like robot. I could have sworn I had a bunch of other stuff. Oh well. It might be in my other lair. I will show you another option. The cave lair is pretty awesome. Basically, this is exactly the BatCave. If you want to have the BatCave, this is the lair you need. And there's a whole bunch of those base items that you can purchase straight from the marketplace. So if you want to be able, let's say you create a Batman character and you want to be able on day one to have your very own BatCave, you can do that. You just have to purchase the stuff you need from the marketplace. But I'll show you another option, which I think is a little bit cooler. So this here is the Brainiac Lair. I will show it to you in the marketplace. So you can see here the Brainiac Lair. Although the Brainiac Lair is roughly $14, I will show you why you have to pay extra for the Brainiac Lair, and you'll tell me if it's worth it or not. So at first glance, it looked kind of like the other lairs, right? Or maybe not, if you see it right there. I'm going to keep building the suspense, and I'll show you the good stuff at the very end. But again, you can see some Batman computers that I got from the marketplace. This here with the bat symbol, basically it's like you can see the very same symbol. It's the 80th anniversary symbol that I have right now. So this is the tied hanging decorative drape that you can get from Trigon's prison as a drop. It probably comes from other places, but I remember getting it from Trigon's prison. So I assume that is where it comes from, but it could drop from other places. This is a poster we got as a free gift for I forget what anniversary this was. And this is the lair where I have a whole bunch of Batman armory. I'll take a look at those in just a minute. And you can see I have a few other posters that were given us as a free gift at some point. Here again are a Batmobile. Of course I purchased more than one. I had to. I had no choice. There's a few TVs, like that TV over there with the Riddler signal. That one comes from the Rebirth Emblem DLC. But the other TVs comes from the regular game, and I forget where it comes from exactly. Some more Batman vs Superman posters, which sadly are no longer available in the game. Here's the giant penny. Pretty sure I showed it to you in the other base. Let's go upstairs from here. As you can see, it's still in a work in progress, but here's one of the many Bat computers you get in the base item pack. Pretty cool looking. Again, the windows from the Rebirth Prime. I love those windows. I'm tempted to go buy some more. Again, poster from the Batman vs Superman movie, which sadly were only available for roughly 1 month. Another BTS poster. Again, the Bat window with the Bat emblem. I love that window. The Bat door. Another computer. Again, another big computer. And this one you can use it to kind of disguise your console so that it kind of looks like a Bat computer. So let's go down. Here's a poster we got as a free gift. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you that. There's a little platform that you can get from the base item pack, so you can create yourself a little platform within your base if you like to. This is a poster by Frank Cho. I'll show you a whole bunch of them a bit later, but this was sadly a free gift we got for the 1000 issue of Detective Comics, and sadly it was only one per account. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of like those items come from the Batman pack on the marketplace. I'm not sure what those are supposed to be, robotic arm or something like that, but it all comes from the Batman pack from the marketplace. Again, more computers. And here you have the little robot. This is a Brainiac robot, kind of similar to the Bat robot you saw earlier, but this one is a Brainiac one. And let's go show you the real treat of this base. The main reason why you want to purchase this base, possibly instead of the BatCave. Obviously, this is not an official BatCave, but if you fill it with enough Batman base item, that would kind of do the trick. And of course, you can have all the different bat looks unimaginable. Like here we have the Batman with the BVS emblem. Here we have the Batman with the Batman hoodie. Probably the best Batman emblem, or actually what used to be the best Batman emblem in the game. Nowadays, the 80th anniversary emblem is pretty much the best Batman emblem in the game. But for a long time, the hoodie was pretty much the best emblem we had for Batman. Sadly, you had to wear a hoodie in order to be able to have it. But then eventually they gave us the future Batman set of gear, which gave us a really nice looking Batman armor. And this is a Batman hoodie we got last year for the Batman Day. It wasn't bad, and the emblem was pretty neat, except that it has Batman Day written in it. And of course, again, it's a hoodie, so. And here are some of the posters we got for the. Basically, we got there was the 1000th issue of Detective Comics, and we got a whole bunch of posters as a free gift to celebrate the event. Sadly, it was only one per account, and we cannot unlock the posters using replay badges like some of the other items we got. So sadly, if you have those posters, congratulations, because otherwise there's no way to be able to get those posters anymore. And we have the very same posters, the big version of those posters here. I'll show them to you better in just a bit. And this is why I suggest, if the BatCave Lair had this big room, I would tell you without hesitation, purchase a BatCave Lair, because it gives you a really nice room to be able to have big items like the T-Rex. It allows you to have the Batwing at the ceiling. And of course, it allows you to put like your Bat computer in center stage and not feel like you're stuck in a small room that's too small for the big Bat computer. Like the Bat computer is pretty big, but if you put it, let's say, in a room like in this room over here, it feels a bit claustrophobic. But if you can have it in a pretty nice open room like this here, much better. And here, obviously, there has to be a Robin armory. There has to be. Here we have the Dark Spectre armor, which you can purchase from our friend Batgirl in the Watchtower once you reach tier 2. This is the Daring Vigilante set of gear, which is inspired by our friend Batgirl from the New 52. You have to purchase this gear from the broker. You have no choice. Technically, you get the gear from Prometheum logboxes, but the odds of getting the gear in logboxes is so slim. There's like 800 styles in the logboxes, so the odds of getting the style you want, you have to be really lucky. In here, of course, we have the Batman Beyond set of gear. Pretty awesome set of gear that was added to the game. In order to be able to get it, you have to get it from Gotham Time Capsules, or you have to buy it from the broker at this point. So our friendly T-Rex. Again, some more Bat computers. This is the Metron chair. Has nothing to do with Batman, but I thought it was so awesome that I had to get it from Batman. And here we have our Bat Signal. This one is the interactive one, so you can light it up. Awesome. It's from the Earth 3 DLC, so sadly you're gonna have to wait until you can play the Earth 3 DLC, and that is where you should be able to get the Bat Signal from, if you're lucky to get it as a drop. I think there might be a mission that rewards you with the Bat Signal, or even better yet, look on the broker. You should be able to purchase. Sometimes you can purchase it for dirt cheap. Sometimes it's freaking expensive. Not sure why the price fluctuates so much from time to time. So look on the broker if you need, if you want to have the bat signal. So here we have our Batman gear. Again with the best Batman emblem in the game, the 80th anniversary Batman emblem. And of course, this is the look that you've been seeing throughout all this video. It's about as close to the classic Batman of the 80s as I was able to get. If I could get the area around the mouth skin color, this would be almost perfect. Maybe a better pair of gloves, but it doesn't matter. The gloves don't really matter. If I could get just this cowl with the area around the mouth skin color, that would be fine for me. And this is just an amalgam of a whole bunch of like this is the Rebirth Emblem, the Dark Spectre back piece, the Future Batman headpiece, some Batman Beyond set of gear. So it's a mishmash of a whole bunch of different Batman styles, and the same with this one. Basically, the mishmash armor is the armor that I'm using when I'm using the Joker jetpack to be able to fly with my Batman character. So we're going to use the jetpack so that you can get a good look at the posters, because the posters are worth looking at. Even if you don't have, even if you can no longer get those posters. If you missed out on the posters, then this is your chance to be able to get a good look at those posters, and those posters are awesome. Okay, maybe not all. This one is kind of gritty, kind of cool because of that, but not my favorite, I suppose. This is by Greg Capullo, the guy who's currently behind the whole Batman metal thing with not Scott Snyder. Is it Scott Snyder? And of course, Frank Miller, who gave us the Dark Knight Returns. Sadly, the sequels he made for Dark Knight Returns, I wasn't too crazy about those. Same as with this poster here, it's a little too rough for my taste, I suppose. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Frank Miller gave us the Dark Knight Returns, so for that alone, we should be grateful for that. And of course, we had to have a cover by Jim Lee. For those of you who may not know, Jim Lee was the lead designer on DC Universe Online when the game was first designed. I'm not sure if he's still involved or not. I would be tempted to say that he's probably no longer involved, seeing how the designs evolve throughout the game, and especially seeing some of the latest designs we got in the Dark Knight's Metal or even the Justice League Dark DLC. Especially Justice League Dark DLC. If you look at the designs for Constantine or Zatanna or even Shazam, you can clearly see that there was a shift that happened in the design department, and they're pretty much getting away from the style that Jim Lee established early on in the game, and they're pretty much starting to do pretty much their own thing. And this is a cover by the legendary artist Steranko. He did a handful of Captain America comics. He wasn't on the series very long. I think he worked on the series for like 6 months. But his handful of comics had such an impact that people kept on talking about it for decades after the fact. He also had a pretty good run on Nick Fury Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Again, it was a pretty important run in comics history. He did a lot of experimentation in his artwork, and he influenced a whole lot of people that came after him. And here we have a cover by the legendary Bernie Wrightson. You guys may not remember him, but he was the artist on the Swamp Thing in the late 70s, if I recall correctly. He also did a few issues of Batman, although the Batman issues he did that had the most impact was Batman the Cult. It was a 4-issue miniseries where Batman gets sort of brainwashed by the evil Deacon by Blackfire, and of course it led to something not unlike what we saw in the Dark Knight Rises. I would suspect that it's probably one of the many inspiration for the Dark Knight Rises. And here we have Tim Sale, the artist behind Batman The Long Halloween, Batman Dark Victory, and he also did a whole bunch of other Batman stories in the past. But the Batman, I guess the Batman the Long Halloween is the thing that people probably know about him the most. And so that is pretty much it, guys. So some of you guys were wondering, how can we create the Batcave? Well, now you know. You have to purchase the cave lair from the marketplace, or you have to purchase the Batman base items from the marketplace, or even better, you can purchase the Brainiac base from the marketplace, put a whole bunch of Batman items into it, and you can have a pretty nice looking Batcave if you do that. And that is pretty much it for now, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.